Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Fans of Sister Wives are wondering if Robyn Brown's first husband, David Jessup, granted her a release. She insists that in order for Kody Brown's ex-partners to be fully free of the multiple marriage, they must all get one. Does she follow her own advice then? For further information, continue reading. Supporters wonder if Robyn had a release from her ex. Robyn Brown was a single mother of 3 kids when Kody Brown began courting her. Aurora, Dayton, and Brianna joined her in the plural family. The Sister Wives actress and her ex-husband, David Jessup, seemed to have a very turbulent relationship. She was successful in persuading Kody to adopt her children. The adoption was made possible by the divorce he had from his first wife, Mary Brown, in order to wed Robyn. Everyone treated the newcomers equally and appeared to be accepting of them. The first 3 wives of Kody started to leave the family after a while, and a lot of Robyn favoritism. To get rid of Kody, Robyn made it apparent that the OG 3 needed church releases. The first person to leave, Christine Brown-Woolley, insisted that she did not require a release because they were no longer affiliated with the church. Mary did get a release, but Janelle Brown, who departed later, didn't like it unless she found someone new. Kody was furious because it was based on abandonment. This raises the question of whether Robyn and her ex-partner adhered to her own standards. This is what a Sister Wives fan inquired. Did Robyn's first spouse provide her a spiritual release? Robyn Brown, however, seems to have chosen to divorce David Jessup instead. When Sarah and David got married, she was reportedly pregnant. They were therefore unable to tie the knot in the UAB church. It might not have mattered because she was not spiritually David's second or third wife. Additionally, the urge for release was eliminated after she became intimate with Kody. Supporters comment on Robyn's hypocrisy. What were the reactions of Sister Wives followers after they discovered that Robyn Brown probably did not receive a release following her marriage to David Jessup? She constantly expresses her beliefs as if they were true, yet she never lives up to her words. Pick a lane because Robyn wants her children to be completely welcomed, yet keeps them estranged. Supporters shared their opinions. Apparently, she believes that her spiritual divorce was finalized when she banged Kody. Thus, perhaps it was the only release she required? Winking face. Although they were legally married, they never went through the formalities of getting sealed by the church. They didn't need to be opened because of that. In the temple, she was unable to get married. Dayton was her unborn child. Despite the fact that Robyn's pregnancy altered everything, she probably still feels that no one is free until they are released. Fans of Sister Wives are drawing comparisons between Brokeback Mountain and Kody Brown's Guy Trips. For those who haven't seen it, the film is about 2 same-sex lovers who are star-crossed and meet up for brief vacations. Why, therefore, are viewers drawing this analogy? For further information, continue reading. Kody's Guy Trips are compared to Brokeback Mountain by fans. The sexual orientation of Sister Wives star Kody Brown has been questioned for a while. When he thought back on his time on the high school wrestling team, he would become really heated and uncomfortable. There was no hard evidence to support the fan theories that he was gay or bisexual. Nevertheless, there has long been conjecture, and recent remarks haven't made it any more intense. Kody was questioned about his ex-wife Christine Brown-Woolley's spouse David during the second half of the tell-all. When it was suggested that they go on a guy's trip, Kody said he had a dirty thought about it. Regarding the males leaving together, he said, "The problem is this. Since then, I've talked to David since I kind of liked having him around, and I had a naughty idea. I suggested that David and I take a guy's trip together." "No, that would just be so uncool to Christine," I said. Fans had a lot of questions after he said the statement about having a dirty thought. To begin with, they were curious about what transpired during these escapes. Kody claims to have had a dirty thought about going on a guy's trip with David in the second episode of the tell-all. David said that it was between him and Kody and that some rules would have to change when Suki questioned him about it. What goes on the trips of these guys? Was there something I missed? One Sister Wives fan immediately responded with a picture from the Brokeback Mountain romance starring Heath Ledger and Jake Gyllenhaal. Similar feelings were expressed by followers who thought Kody Brown's statement was strange. They felt it leaned towards some same-sex fun, but they weren't exactly sure what it was. A journey with Kody. The reason Kody Brown would mention David and a guy's vacation after claiming to have had a dirty thought appeared dubious. The Sister Wives actress might have implied, nevertheless, that it was more scandalous for him to leave with his ex's spouse. When fans noticed something strange about his travels, they quickly added, "Oh my God, I must know." Asking questions we don't want the answers to is a bad idea. Faced with tears of joy, really, do we need any more excuses to despise Baldalocks? He probably meant petty. He was considering the possibility that if he made friends with David, Christine might be quite upset. Would she be? I'm not sure. But in my opinion, that was precisely what his dirty idea was. Others remarked that this is exactly what they thought of when they saw the Brokeback Mountain meme that a fan had posted. Even if he were not straight, Kody Brown would never acknowledge that he is an alpha guy. In any case, this word choice was intriguing. Given how kind and affectionate David is, do you think Kody has feelings for him, or is everyone making too much of it? Please watch Sister Wives Sundays on TLC and share your opinions with us. Fans of Sister Wives, let's discuss Robyn Brown and whether or not she has been planning to be the last wife standing since the day she joined the Brown family. According to Christine Brown-Woolley, a very close insider, it is. Sister Wives. Years of Robyn Brown's targeting of Meri Brown? Christine Brown-Woolley's conviction that Robyn Brown had been manipulating Meri Brown from the beginning is where the Sister Wives family story begins. Christine is adamant that Robyn intended to claim Kody Brown as her own, both legally and spiritually in the eyes of the state and church. Over the years, Christine has shared her thoughts, and she continues to maintain her conviction that Robyn coerced Meri into giving Kody a divorce so he could wed Robyn legally. However, in the first one-on-one for season 19, Christine lays it out for the Sister Wives viewers. According to Christine Brown-Woolley, she saw Meri Brown being targeted. In the most recent episode of Sister Wives, Christine also seems to believe that this plan was executed without Meri knowing. According to Christine, Robyn scattered seeds for Meri. And Robyn did it so well that one day Meri felt it was best for the family to divorce Kody so he could wed Robyn. According to Christine, Robyn's stories concerning other people she knew in many marriages were the first to be told. Then, according to the charges, Robyn would bring up a situation in which the first wife had divorced the husband in order to grant a legitimate marriage to the second wife who had entered the poly marriage with children. Sister Wives. Robyn tells a well-known tale. Do the Sister Wives viewers recognize Robyn's stories? Although there were 2 additional wives between them, Meri and Robyn's predicament with Kody certainly seems similar. Christine therefore believes that Robyn was planting seeds, giving Meri small clues, and giving her the impression that it was her idea. Robyn was asked about this at the Sister Wives one-on-one, and her response was one of denial. Robyn simply doesn't recall sowing any seeds regarding Kody divorcing Meri, regardless of what Christine stated. Robyn did, however, point out that a situation like that is somewhat typical in polygamous marriages. Christine's experience is contrasted with Robyn's. Because Christine was raised in a polygamous household, Sister Wives viewers have seen Kody Brown refer to her as royalty in the community. Christian, however, claims that she has never heard of the custom Robyn mentions. According to Christine, it is uncommon for the first wife to file for divorce from her husband, allowing a new wife with children to become the legal wife. Meri Brown and Janelle Brown are Sister Wives. Regarding the planting of seeds, to even the playing field among the Sister Wives women, Janelle responded that she doesn't remember Robyn luring Meri when she was questioned about this seed planting of Robyn's. But Janelle also stated unequivocally that she is finished with Robyn and Kody. Janelle has stated that she does not require or desire Kody or his wife in her life. Furthermore, Janelle stated unequivocally that she dislikes Robyn and Kody. Let's now discuss Meri, who, if Christine's judgment is accurate, would undoubtedly be the recipient of Robyn's seed planting. Suki, the host of Sister Wives Tell All, questioned each woman over Christine's claim that Robyn plotted to persuade Meri to divorce Kody. After hesitating to respond at first, Meri revealed that she had in fact given Robyn the choice to divorce Kody. It was intriguing, though, that Mary didn't rule out the possibility that Robyn was playing her right away. Rather, Mary suggested that Robyn might have been dropping seeds and she was simply unaware of it. Additionally, Robyn may have done a fantastic job of hiding her plan from Mary because of those around her. The memories of Robyn and Christine collide. The fact that Christine and Robyn had completely different memories of the events leading up to Kody divorcing his first wife in favor of Robyn, however, was what truly captured the attention and comments of Sister Wives viewers. As you may remember from previous seasons of Sister Wives, Mary always claimed to have started the divorce process with Kody. Mary added that this was done so Kody could adopt Robyn's 3 children from her previous marriage to David Jessup. Robyn's children from her first marriage would undoubtedly return to David in the event of her death if Mary did not approve the divorce. And legally, they wouldn't be Kody's children. Naturally, following this adoption, Robyn had that eerie old portrait of Kody and her 3 children taken when they were younger. This was done in an attempt to make them Robyn and Kody's offspring in the past, and to physically remove her ex-husband from the picture. Sister Wives. Disbelieving. Robyn attempted to portray the divorce of the first wife in a plural marriage as normal, but Christine disagreed. And it is Christine, not Robyn, who has the strongest connections to this Mormon offshoot in that Sister Wives plural marriage. After all, the UAB was founded by Christine's family. This simply isn't the case, according to Christine, who was raised believing that plural marriage was the norm rather than the exception. She believes Robyn was planning to have Kody as her legal husband all along because of this. Christine thinks Robyn achieved this by deceiving Mary from the moment she joined the Sister Wives cast. Robyn's perspective on plural marriage customs differed significantly from Christine's on previous occasions. Recall that when wife number 3 left Kody, she claimed to have a divorce. Robyn, however, saw things differently. Robyn's additional rules for polygamous marriages. There was no valid marriage for Christine to end in court when she left Kody. Their union as sister wives was a religious union. There was no legal link between them. There was also no need to contact the church for permission because we knew by the time she left Kody that Christine was no longer a part of that UAB faith. When Christine informed the patriarch of the sister wives that it was finished, she regarded it as a divorce. The unsettling issue, though, is that Robyn says she didn't realize Christine and Kody were no longer together. Sister Wives. The polygamous world. Robyn claimed that she didn't think Kody was divorced from Christine, and on the Sister Wives show, we learned why. According to Robyn, the plural marriage gospel holds that Christine would not be released from Kody's custody until she had an affair. Robyn would probably have to consider Kody and Christine divorced by now, considering how much PDA they shared and how much Christine claimed to love their intimacy with her now husband, David Woolley. Furthermore, David Woolley is legally Christine's first husband in addition to being her only spouse because he put a ring on her finger. And hopefully her final one. The other women all concur that they have never heard of Robyn's strange little rule that says you can't seek a divorce unless you have a sexual relationship with another man. Therefore, we can be certain that Christine is aware of the teaching about plural marriage. Additionally, Robyn appears to be making it up as she goes. The good news is that Christine is here to correct the record and alert Mary to the possibility that Robyn's evil scheme to take Kody may have started with her. Sister Wives fans explode with questions about Robyn Brown's spiritual release from her first husband. Did she ever truly close that chapter? In the ever-unfolding soap opera that is Sister Wives, no storyline is too old, too obscure, or too taboo to ignite a firestorm of fan speculation, and now, the focus has shifted to none other than Robyn Brown's mysterious past and the lingering spiritual ties to her ex-husband, David Jessup, as a new round of chatter from fans questions whether she ever received a legitimate release from her first marriage. This isn't just about paperwork or legalities. This is about spiritual commitment, a concept that the Browns themselves have long emphasized as central to their faith-based lifestyle. And now fans are asking, did Robyn receive a proper spiritual release before marrying Kody Brown, or did she skip a sacred step while presenting herself as the holiest of Kody's wives? While TLC glossed over many of the technical details during Robyn's early seasons on the show, longtime viewers are digging deep, and their theory is raising eyebrows. not just because of what it implies about Robyn's integrity, but because it calls into question the very foundation of her union with Kody and her rightful standing in the plural family she allegedly helped dismantle. To understand why this question matters so much, fans are revisiting Robyn's entrance into the family. When Robyn first appeared on Sister Wives, she was portrayed as a modest, single mother of 3 who had escaped a troubled past and was being welcomed into a loving, spiritual family that believed in unity, healing, and divine purpose. She was legally divorced from David Jessup, yes, but the Browns always emphasized that spiritual marriages, not legal ones, are what truly count in their faith. That's why Christine, Janelle, and Mary were seen as wives, even without legal paperwork. So, if Kody married Robyn spiritually before legally divorcing Mary to adopt her kids, the unspoken assumption was that Robyn had also undergone the necessary spiritual process to sever her ties to David Jessup, including a formal release granted by a religious authority or Jessup himself. But here's the twist. There's never been public confirmation that Robyn actually received such a release, and now, fans are pointing out that without it, her spiritual marriage to Kody may have been, by the standards of their faith, invalid. Reddit threads and TikTok videos have exploded in recent weeks with fans dissecting this question. Has anyone ever seen proof that Robyn was released from Jessup? One user asked, launching a thread that drew thousands of replies. Others noted that in the show, when women like Christine discussed ending their marriages, spiritual release was treated as a big deal, something granted only after reflection, prayer, and often from a male priesthood holder. Christine talked openly about waiting for release. Why didn't Robyn? Another user posted. Some fans even suggested that Robyn may have never properly ended her spiritual marriage and simply assumed her legal divorce was enough, a move that would be shocking given how much she's preached about spiritual integrity, obedience, and doing things the right way. What makes this theory even juicier is how deeply Robyn has always tied herself to faith and righteousness. She's frequently said she wanted to live the principle, meaning plural marriage, the right way, and that she respected the structure and moral discipline it required. But if she skipped the spiritual release process, fans argue, her entire narrative is a facade. Some are even calling her a spiritual hypocrite, especially given how judgmental she's appeared in recent seasons as the other wives left Kody. Robyn cried that the family was falling apart, one TikToker said. But did she ever build hers on a real foundation to begin with? Others went even further, suggesting that if Robyn never had a release, she was spiritually cheating by joining Kody, which, if true, makes her the very thing she once claimed to protect the family from. Digging deeper into Robyn's past, fans have re-examined the little-known details of her first marriage to David Jessup. Robyn has described it as abusive and controlling, though Jessup has largely remained silent in the public sphere. Because of the alleged trauma, some speculate that Robyn didn't want to seek a spiritual release from Jessup, or that she didn't feel safe asking. If so, it would make sense emotionally, but it would still clash with the very religious standards she has weaponized against the other wives, especially Christine, who was heavily criticized by Robyn for not trying hard enough to keep her marriage intact. This disconnect between Robyn's lived experience and her judgment of others is what's inflaming fan tensions. As one Redditor put it, if Robyn didn't follow protocol, that's her trauma, but she can't hold others to a higher standard than she held herself to. That's spiritual hypocrisy, plain and simple. And then there's the Kody of it all. If Robyn never received a spiritual release from David Jessup, what does that say about Kody's decision to marry her? The Browns have long claimed that Kody seeks spiritual confirmation before marrying a new wife. If that's true, either he received such a confirmation in spite of Robyn's unresolved status, or he turned a blind eye to the process altogether. Some fans believe it's the latter, arguing that Kody was so love-struck by Robyn that he abandoned his usual spiritual standards. After all, Robyn's arrival coincided with Kody's increasing distance from his other wives. She came in with a legal marriage in mind, a financial vision, and a plan to build a monogamous dynamic disguised as plural love. If Kody overlooked her spiritual release in his rush to seal the deal, then he may have compromised everything the family claimed to stand for. This theory has even spilled into fan conversations about the show's long-term arc. Some believe that Robyn's entire presence in the family was built on exceptions, that she was never truly expected to follow the same rules as the other wives. From having a nanny to getting the first new house in Flagstaff to orchestrating her kids' legal adoption, Robyn has always been seen as operating under a different set of circumstances. This just confirms what we've suspected for years, one Facebook commenter wrote. Robyn plays by her own rules, and Kody lets her. Others argue that this might be why Robyn is so obsessed with moral superiority and being the one who stuck it out. Deep down, she may be overcompensating for a foundational misstep, a shortcut taken that she's never admitted to publicly. And now that the fan theory has caught fire, people are demanding answers. "We need a tell-all with religious leaders from their church," one fan commented. Was Robyn ever spiritually released from Jessup? Was that even a concern at the time? Or did Kody just not care? Some are calling on TLC to address it in future episodes, especially if the show continues beyond season 19. If we're going to hear Robyn crying every season about family breakdowns and spiritual commitments, one viewer said, then we deserve to know if she ever honored her own spiritual commitments to begin with.